If you're watching this video, you're about to make a whole lot of money. In today's episode, I'm gonna show you how to find high-paying clients. Where do they hang out at? And how do you get them to happily pull out their credit card and pay you money for your products and your services?
My goal is to help coaches and entrepreneurs turn their mind into money, teaching them how to take what they know, package it, market it, sell it, and automate it to make a massive income and massive impact, even if they don't have a lot of followers on social media.
Welcome back to another episode of Monetize with Marcus podcast. In today's episode, we're going to dig into what everybody's got to know. Like, everybody's telling you, increase your price, charge your worth. Well, here's the question. If you decide to go from being Payless to being Gucci, where do you find customers at? Like, people telling you add a zero, charge your worth. But the question is not a matter of you going to your site and editing the amount that you're charging. The question is, how do you change your marketing to be able to attract that particular customer that already knows they want it and are willing to pay for it? Because you do realize a buying experience, family, is not all one and the same. I believe that everyone has the ability to increase their price by increasing their value. Now, it's a big difference between the value of a thing and the price of a thing. Don't miss it. Because when you start thinking about what people are willing to pay for, people are willing to pay for value. If you ever buy something and you feel like whatever it costs is what it's worth, you feel like you got ripped off. But whenever you buy something and you realize the price, you paid one price, but the value was more. If you went to buy a cell phone, they said, hey, we'll throw in a cell phone case and a car charger. They immediately just increase the value. So now they can increase the price. So if you say, why are you guys charging $700 and everybody else is charging $550? They're like, oh, that's different because our product comes with a case, multiple chargers. It also comes with support, comes with this. All they got to do is stack the perceived value and they can increase the price. Now, they're not just giving you a deal. Everybody that does that, they're making some money. So I would say to you, family, always think about the price and the value. But in today's episode, I really want to go to the board today. Here's my vision. I'm a basketball guy, so I used to watch, and I still do, Inside the NBA, TNT. And I used to love how Kenny would get up and start drawing up on the board, showing how the team is giving up backdoor cuts and backdoor screens. See, you see right there, three-point line is wide open. Well, I want to show you how to run the marketing and sales play the same way. It's like, yo, you do realize you're leaving the money wide open, right? Like, what mistakes are being made? What things are you missing? So I want to show you today, how do you actually find high-paying clients? And we're going to break this down in detail. You let me know if this helps you out, okay? Let's get to the board. So here's what we're going to do. One of the hardest parts about finding high-paid clients is the discipline that you would have to put in place to make sure, like, you have to be clear on, this is who I am, this is what I have to offer, here's what I'm looking for. You can't be that person that says, I want to find the love of my life. And let's say if you're a guy and they say, okay, what kind of girl are you looking for? A woman. Okay. Any distinct details? And then you think you're sounding detailed, but it's vague. You know, somebody that's trustworthy. Okay, how you find that? Somebody that's loyal. Well, you got to be in a relationship to know that. You know, somebody that's real, you know, just a vibe. See how it sounds like you're giving a description, but it's still vague? Same thing with high-paying clients. High-paying clients don't like vagueness. They like clarity. I want to know, do you specifically have what I'm looking for? Can you point me directly to it? If you ever learn in a buying, anytime something is extremely expensive, it's not busy, right? Go to just visit in your city. Go to the Lamborghini dealership and see if there's a ton of cars. But go to a regular old, like, mom and pop's place and it's so many cars. They got Nissans, they got Lexus, they got Teslas. So you got to ask someone, hey, where do you find the more expensive a thing, the more clean and clear it is, where there's no vagueness, it points you directly to somewhere, which means you have to exclude a group of people. The only way to successfully attract high-paying clients is first for you to get clear and say, I know, please don't miss this. Let me go to this camera. For you to attract high-paying clients, you've got to come to this determination and say within yourself, I know I'm not for everybody. Like, long before I tell you how to market to them, I first got to be comfortable in my own skin and say, I know everybody won't like me. Everybody won't agree with me. Somebody's going to say, that's too much. I need them to say that. Okay, let me give you an example. There are people who drive luxury cars. We're going to use Lamborghini, Rolls-Royce, Ferrari. I always see people in the comments of different pages, and I'm a watch enthusiast, right? So if you check my Explore page, it's a ton of watches. I see people in the comments all the time say, I would never pay that on a watch. Well, the people who made the watch know you wouldn't pay that, and they're not marketing to you. Like they 100%, here's why. Because they know that you don't understand the value of the watch. They know that you don't realize that just look this up. I'm not making this up. Every millionaire, every billionaire has a watch collection. So do you think that every millionaire and billionaire is wasteful with their money? You think every single millionaire and billionaire is wasteful? Or is it something that they know that you don't know? See, high-paying clients, it is this understanding, it's a secret society. All we ask is trust. There's knowledge that happens in this space that when you decide to be high ticket, you realize that you're not trying to be friends with everybody. You're not trying to be, no offense, no shade, you're not trying to be Walmart where you provide everything for anyone who comes. No, you are a custom store that is specific for a group of people. Make sense? So whether it be watches or whether it be exotic cars or like lounges, or I'll give one more example. I'm a big Amex guy, right? So I've got friends who said, my Amex Platinum is what, it used to be $595, now it's $695 a year. A person said to me, I would never pay $700 to have a credit card. Amex understands this. They are specifically not marketing to your everyday credit card user for a multitude of reasons. They're looking for high-paying clients. So much so, they charge $695, which is worth it with all the benefits and perks, but you have to have the lifestyle that matches it. I travel a lot, so between the lounge, the Uber credits, the Saks Fifth Avenue credit, and I won't get into it, right? All those different things. The free food. If my flight is delayed, I'm not waiting at the gate, right? I'm going into the lounge where I can relax. I took a call in there recently, and they got a quiet room. I mean, you name it. The one in Miami, you can go and get a manicure and get a little massage, okay? So I say that to say they're creating an experience for a specific group of people. Even more so, you got to pay the whole balance off at the end of every month. Now, how does this correlate to what I'm teaching you? Because we're talking about Amex and all these different companies I named are creating experiences for high-paying customers. They knew, I'm going to erase this in a second, but they knew when they charge $695, there's a large group of people that will not pay that. We've got to pause right there because I'm in the giving mood. I decided to offer you a free gift, absolutely free. Now, I tell you all the time about turning your ideas into online income, but how am I going to tell you to do something and not provide the resource for it? There's so many questions that people have online about what should I post? How do I get my engagement up? How do I get people to click the link in my bio, buy from me? What should I sell? Whether it's an ebook, an online course, how much should I charge? How do I launch? How do I do a webinar? You see what I'm saying? So I decided to create a free training and give it to you that you can utilize to learn how to literally take the services that you do or the ideas you have and build a successful online company. Go to www.monetizewithmarcus.com, my gift to you. You're welcome. So immediately they just eliminated a group of people by placing that amount on it. This is the point of how to find high-paying clients. You have to put certain things in place. I'm going to give you an example and then I'm going to show you how to do it. One more example. So we got $695 for Amex. They decided the best way to get rid of everybody applying is to charge. We won't give a free credit card away, and then we're going to partner and do a bunch of perks. Okay, cool. Let's use Marriott. You heard of Marriott. I hope it's M-I-R-I. I hope I spelled it right. Is it 2 T's, 1 T? I don't know. It's all right. Charge it to my question mark on both of those, right? All right. So check this out. So Marriott now has, let me talk about a few experiences for high-paying customers. Marriott decided, okay, we're in the business of the hotel chain. But they said, okay, St. Regis, which belongs to Marriott. They said JW Marriott, JW, so you got JW Marriott. You also are going to have Ritz-Carlton. All of these are under their chain, Ritz-Carlton. Now, in most cities, these come with destination fees. You have to pay for parking. I was just in Miami, and it was $58 a day for parking, just to park your car. Now, thank God I've got a little status, so I don't have to pay for sped up internet, but you pay for internet. Bottled waters are like $8. Coffee is through the roof. They realize that we are going to charge a little more because we're looking to find high-paying clients that visit often. We're going to benefit them based on the status of how often they stay. They're trying to build frequency of customers that buy. Is this making sense to you? Like, they're trying, like, this is making sense. I'm showing you how larger brands, larger companies create these different type of models because they're not looking for everybody. Now, Marriott they will have Spring Hill Suites. Spring Hill Suites is not looking for high-ticket customers. All right, now enough of that. Let's move this whole board up. I want you to realize when I talked about all these different businesses, all of these businesses have something in common that I want you to have in common. They have made a decision, this is the type of customer I'm looking for, and I'm going to put things in place that shows me that they have what I'm looking for. Like, if I'm going to go back to dating. If you know you're looking for a person who has certain characteristics and traits, you just going to assume they have them without ever seeing them? So when they create these different things that require a person to pay money or to do something on the front end, they know that they are weeding out a group of people. Makes sense. Now, here's what you're going to do. Here's what you're going to do. We went from how to find high-paying customers. That's what we're talking about up here. How to find. We're just going to make all of our customers some money signs. All right. How to find high-paying customers. We talked about Marriott, we talked about Amex, we talked about Lamborghini, we talked about Bentley, all these different companies. Now we're talking about you. The thing that you want to do, family, we're going to say that this is you right here. You're the little stick figure right here. All right, that's you. Hey, look at me. I'm charging a lot of money. All right, this is you right here, stick figure. We're referring to this. This is great teaching, right? This is going to be your zone of genius. Zone of genius, or area of expertise. This is your zone of genius or area of expertise. This is you. You are further along. This whole area in here. Come on, say it with me. This is my zone of genius. This is my area of expertise. Come on, one more time. This is my zone of genius. This is my area of expertise. This is my. Now, you're going to sit right there driving in your car like you ain't going to say it back. This is my zone of genius and my area of expertise. Now, this is the part that I got to say to you that most people miss. You always teach backwards. You invest forward. So if you're here, there is nothing that you can teach inside of this zone of genius and area of expertise. You can only invest in it. That boy teacher is not unusual. Okay. This person, these clients, these customers that want the opportunity to learn all that you've learned in here. We're just going to make up some information inside of your zone of genius. How to find high-paying customers. Let's say that's here. How to find high-paying customers, people who want to know that. If we say how to market online, how to launch with webinars. If we say how to sell high ticket, how to sell using live events, how to do a successful online challenge, how to run an ad, how to hire a sales team, how to automate your sales process, how to close in DMs, how to create content. You see how all these pieces of information is in here. How to run a successful email campaign. Now look at all the information that's in the zone of genius. And here's the crazy part. All this is in my zone of genius. All of this is in my area of expertise. So I'm here. I can teach all of this in my zone of genius and area of expertise. Recently, I just did a session last night showing them how to sell their offer using enrollment calls, one-to-one and one-to-many. So if I say I'm going to show you how to sell one-to-one, meaning it's you and a person on a discovery call or on a calendar or you on a phone call, and then how to sell one-to-many. Selling from stage, selling from webinar, selling from podcasts, selling from ads, things of that nature. Did you hear what I just did? All of that information becomes my zone of genius and area of expertise. So when I start marketing, I am marketing to the people that are in here, not to people that are outside of here. I'm going to say it one more time. I only want to market. How do I find high-paying customers? I only talk about the things that are inside my zone of genius and area of expertise. Why? Because there are people inside of it that have questions. Let's make it make sense. Every one of these people have questions about something inside of my area of genius and zone of expertise. Let's rewrite this so you can see this even better. Boom. This is you. Don't forget now, this is you. Question, 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 and people. So we're just going to draw a little scribbly line right here. These are people. Boom. These are people in here. We just say these are people. Remember, zone of genius, area of expertise. Now, anybody that is out here, I'm not talking to. I only want to speak to the people who have questions related to what is my zone of genius and area of expertise. Why? They already see the value and the answer. Man, I'm already running a webinar, but I can't, and it's people who are opting in, but not showing up. They're inside of the area. Man, I do my webinar every week, but I can't close enough people to generate X, Y, and Z. Man, I'm already making 5 figures. Hey, I got an idea for a course, but I don't know how to create it. They're asking me a question directly related to the information I know. This is how I find high-paying clients. Because I only talk about the thing that is in my zone of genius and area of expertise, so every time they hear me and see me, I look brilliant. Now, when I start trying to, let's just say this person, they got questions too. But guess what their questions are going to be about? Things that is outside of my zone of genius and area of expertise. And they're going to try to get me to leave and skip over my zone of genius to try to answer these questions for them to convince them of why they should get inside of here. You should quit working for free. How did social media hire all of us to be their workforce? We're on the app posting videos, going live, creating reels. We do not get paid when we create content on social media. They do, by selling our content to advertisers. But how do you actually build an online business using social media? I want to break it down for you and give you access to it. There's 5 simple steps. I'll tell it to you in a few seconds. Step number 1 is client attraction. I'm going to show you how to actually attract clients that will happily pay you what you're offering. Step number 2, how to capture them. How do you get their emails? How do you get their phone numbers? How do you get them to show up to your event? Be on your Zoom calls. To what I refer to as client dating. It's where you nurture a relationship with people to get them to say yes to whatever you're offering. And I'm even going to show you what type of content to create that gives you brand visibility and brand recognition. I call it social media secrets. You get access wherever you're watching this video. You'll see it in the description and you'll see it beneath this. Let's get back to the episode. They're going to ask me questions that's inside of somebody else's zone of genius. So if I say, I don't push people to sell ebooks. So if this person, well, I just want to know because such and such said ebooks is a good way to get started. What do you think about ebooks? They're asking me to skip over my zone of genius to come and answer questions that somebody else is answering. So guess what happens? I don't look brilliant every time I talk to them. I am literally hurting the sale and I'm skipping over the people who have questions related to what I know to answer questions for people that ain't asking what I know. Hey, what's the difference between your program and this person's program? Can I tell you the answer? I don't know. Come on, try this with me. Get used to saying this if you want high-paying clients. I don't know. It's the most brave and brilliant thing you could ever say. I don't know. Why is that brave? Because you got to feel comfortable saying, I only know this. Oh, this is what I know. This is what I do. All that other stuff, I don't know. I don't do. Hey, what do you think about doing blah, blah, blah? I don't know. What do you think about Forex? I don't know. What do you think about options trading? Know about it, but that ain't my zone of genius. Familiar with it. What about Airbnb? Great subject, but that's over here. I don't talk about Airbnb. I don't talk about Forex. I don't talk about, am I familiar with it? Yes. Am I aware of it? Yes. Can I self-educate on it? Yes. I don't teach it. I'm only going, so the way that you attract high-paying clients is to have the discipline to say, I'm only kicking it and answering questions inside of my zone of genius and my area of expertise. This right here, and the words of what Will Smith told Albert Brennerman on Hitch, that's you right here. That's you right here. That's right here. Right here. This your zone. Stay in your box. We refer to these as your lane, your niche. Now, what's dope is, and I'm going to end it right here, the more questions you can answer inside of your zone of genius, the more money you can make. Last example. Boom. So we got questions happening up here inside of your zone of genius. As long as we stay here, money can be made. Every single question is worth money. You are ahead of all the questions. There are people at every single step. Just avoid, don't skip. See the X's? Don't come over here. Don't come out here. There's questions here. Let somebody else get those. You stay right here. And you are going to, any person that wants to get inside the zone of genius and start the journey that you're on, this person right here. They can come, hold on, let me make this small. Let me show you what this journey looks like. Let's go, we're gonna make them green. Let's go green. This person says, hey, I'm in the online space or looking to really get in the online space. I'm already a service provider. I'm doing well in life and in business, but I really would love to get started with creating a course. Okay, cool. They create the course and they say, hey, thank you for answering this question, how to create a course. Hey, quick question. Now that I've created a course, how do I launch this and keep this business going? Hey, the business is overwhelming. You know, right now I've already made 6 figures, but it's burning me out because it's just me. How do I hire a team? Hey, I realize sales are going up and down. So like when I first launched, I was making money right here. But how do I keep doing this every quarter? Oh, you're looking for marketing events and how to automate a launch process. So every quarter you're relaunching and generating consistent revenue. All of it's in my zone of genius. I'm just progressing this person forward and continuing to make money and find high paid clients. Ladies and gentlemen, did you get it now? You get it now. This is why I say you can't build a business bigger than yourself, because the hardest thing is going to be to admit what you don't know, to be able to turn someone away, to take somebody. Now, you know, don't nobody talk more trash about you than people that's outside of your zone of genius. I just think you ought to create something for, I just think it's crazy that you're charging X, Y, and Z when it's people who need your help. Yeah, and there's people that their zone of genius is helping people who need help but don't have money to pay for it. I just think it's crazy, and people need transportation. That Lamborghini gonna charge $300,000 in a recession. Yeah, that's fine, but Lamborghini knows there's other people who sell cheaper cars. You don't have to have this car. To you, ladies and gentlemen, the discipline to say, there's other people who sell other things. You don't have to buy this. Your job is to not, please don't miss this. We should be inclusive as it relates to people and how we treat one another. But we should not be all inclusive as it relates to who we do business with. This is my Martin Luther King. I believe that we ought to be inclusive as it relates to how we deal with our fellow brothers and sisters. But when it comes to whose money we take and who we deal with, I'm going to say no, no, no. Go somewhere else and find somebody else to do it. This has been another episode of Monetize with Marcus. I hope you found extreme value out of this, because I don't know anywhere else that every time you find me on TV, you're going to make a whole lot of money based on it, because I treat this podcast as if I'm doing a masterclass or a mastermind. I want you to make so much money from my free content that you realize, hold on, here's my real motive. You can take it, learn it, use it, make money, and come back and pay me with money I help you make. All right, well, if you need me, you know where I'll be. I'll be over here minding my online business. See you the next episode.